Hey, good morning, Felix.
Good morning.
Good morning. Great to have you here at this wonderful charging location of Mercedes-Benz charging at work. Would you mind introducing yourself shortly for our audience?
Of course. So, welcome everyone to our Mercedes-Benz charging hub. I'm Felix Gütt. I'm the shareholder representative of our Mercedes-Benz investment in Hubject. And very happy to have you guys here on the Mercedes-Benz charging hub in Stuttgart Center, where we have employed all of our technologies for fast charging, open to all of our customers, but really all EV customers. And of course, focused on taking advantage also of plug-and-charge technologies and of the Hubject journey.
Good to hear. Thank you, Felix. Thank you for having us. It's a really great place, seeing all these lovely fast charging stations, especially also with the roof here, which is a super convenient experience for EV drivers, especially also adding then a lot of information, seeing state of charge on the outside and everything like that. Quite impressive. You also mentioned already Plug&Charge. That's one of the topics I would like to discuss with you. Maybe before we jumping into the details of Plug&Charge, you mentioned you are representing Mercedes-Benz in the board of Hubject. Hubject, as a joint venture, is having the pleasure of having several leading companies from the industry in its board. How do you see this approach of collaborating with other companies, partly even your competitors, to drive the adoption for EV charging based on the activities at Hubject?
I think with a technology or generally a business like the EV charging business that is still quite young, even though it has matured a lot, we can learn a lot from each other. And it also depends on a joint focus to bring something to the market that works for the customers and that brings a benefit to anyone involved in this journey. So we're not yet at a point where the competition has to be so fierce, but where we can benefit from a joint venture like Hubject, where we together bring in our ideas and see then a company shape the industry and thrive from those ideas and from this joint mutual funding.
Very insightful, and you mentioned it already, really reflects well on how we see Hubject, how we see our DNA, that we believe collaboration is the key to have a more successful EV industry in place, especially taking into account that we are, on the one hand, still in a, let's say, relatively early phase, right? We are still learning every day how we can improve things. On the other hand, of course, we're aiming to soon reach the mass market environment. And then, of course, charging needs to be as reliable and as customer focused as possible. And talking about customer focus, let's talk a bit more about Plug&Charge, right? It's obvious. It helps customers to have a way more seamless charging experience. How do you see Plug&Charge from a strategic perspective, representing again Mercedes-Benz and the Hubject board, but also how do you see it right now being adopted in the industry as well?
Yeah. So I think Plug&Charge has a great advantage that it brings in the best of the charging experience for all players in the chain. It's the reliable and safe solution for CPOs and for MSPs that know that they can have good quality KPIs at the end of the day using Plug&Charge. And for our customers, especially, it just creates a more seamless, more elegant way of using a charger. And we still have many people that go into their first EV experience. They come from an E-Class, from an S-Class, or from really any other vehicle in our ecosystem. Also, the smaller entry-level cars where we see an EQB behind us. It's the first EV for many of our customers. And once they experience Plug&Charge, they really don't want to go back to the customer journey at the gas station anymore because it's just so much more elegant and so much cleaner to use. Yeah.